Hello, and welcome back to the City Beneath. We have made it past the Gate of Namedness. Time to explore the rest of the city, which I guess means we don't have a sword, because we're still in the city. Okay. So time for citizen stuff. Here we have a bunch of citizens wandering around, and here we have a bunch of citizens. So yeah, citizen. If you click on a citizen, it'll tell you which relay station they're going to. You can see they're color-coded. So the bluish ones are on the outside here, because that's what they had access to. Greenish ones are on the inside.
What's all this messing around?
This is the way we work. We must continue to process our supply route.
Citizens attempt to travel to all color-matching supply stations. For each leg of the route, they travel to the closest unvisited station. Once all accessible matching stations have been processed, they repeat. Guess I'm not getting through that way? No, I want to get through this way. I wonder what would happen if I leave the room without clearing this. I would be forced to do this part again. Okay, but because I've done that, I can now get out once I've gone through whatever is up here. I guess it's faster to go from that entrance. Okay, fair enough. This can only be killed if I get to the outside, so this room is not doable yet. As you can see, so at the start, citizens don't have a color when you place them in the room. Instead, they look for the nearest accessible relay station. So on turn 1, they all turn green, except for the one that's behind the green door. But if the green door was opened, or if I do something that causes the green door to open once the room's in progress, he would then see the station and change colors. But he doesn't currently have a station, so he just kind of sits there. So yeah, citizens are the game element that people have opinions about. I quite like them, but they can be very difficult to predict, especially in large groups. So they can be used for evil.
I heard that a Briarvine that a surface dweller bested a group of 5 would-be slayers to become the new 256th.
Impossible. How could an above-grounder become a citizen in the first place?
Well, technically he's not a citizen. Supposedly there's a new law that allows that sort of thing.
Yeah? How'd that come about?
I heard that he threatened a negotiator into promoting it.
No kidding.
He threatened to chop her up with a really big sword.
Yeah, I heard the same thing. So it must be true.
Boy, that fellow sounds rough. Wouldn't want to cross paths with him.
Meh. I could take him out if needed.
Oh, I doubt it.
What'd you say?
Nothing. Never mind.
I guess Beathro's had enough of the gossips and decided to take matters into his own hands to some extent. Alright, well. So we killed that roach. We wait a turn. Yeah, you can see he turns green. I'm not going to wait a turn though, because we can get a first place tie by not waiting. Alright, well that lets me go back through here. I feel like these aren't really puzzles so much as their flavor. So we have these persistent citizen movement tokens here. So normally in this situation, after waiting for long enough, the citizens would try to take a new route, but because of this, they never change their route. So even though I'm blocking them, they don't try to back around. Can I get through them this way? Or am I going to have to follow along in the ring? Okay, we were able to get through. Obviously, just going around this way would have been easier, but I wanted to see if the other way was possible. Okay, there is no persistent citizen movement token here, so this is just going to be chaos. We just have to get to this side of the room to open this, which I guess means that we want to be here before we do whatever is underneath. Okay. Yes, those guys got fed up with waiting. When, yeah, the citizens drive to the station is blocked, they will abandon the station for now and attempt another. Okay, go down. Think I get through? I got through, okay. You guys need to turn around. Or the other guys turn around, please. Getting a high score in this room would be tough. That's the kind of thing that people don't like citizens for. Alright, empty room. Or I guess if we come from this angle, we can just kill it. If we can get to this area without... going for anything else, though. Slaymasters Hall. Well, I was kind of going to explore the whole city. But since we're here... I mean, let's see. Where else could I... I could have gone down this way. Alright, this isn't RPG. I can't do the arrow transition. Get to here. I could go up. So I'd be able to go into this room. Now that this is clear, I'd be able to go into this room. Presumably use this path if I need to solve this room. Get out past the force arrow and then explore more of the city. But we have this option as well.
Who are you?
256 Slayer.
Good. Another lackey. Listen up. Viciousness is precision. Cruelty is joy. Misery brings satisfaction. Like when I slaughtered an entire town of Tuhinan surfaces.
Follow it, then. We can take one Slayer.
Yes, that was quite the slaughter. I love my work. It's something I can be proud of. I hope you've been taking notes.
Sure. So I can go in?
Ah! Not without permission. There's a mandatory Slayers convention coming up. You must get a pass from the archivists to attend.
Okay, I guess I don't get to do this just now. And yeah, that cutscene looks about right for how a Slayer would fight a bunch of stalwarts. Okay, let's just keep blocking and hope that we can push through. And then keep blocking, and eventually they should clear out. Okay, so get a pass from the archivists. I guess we are doing most of the city today. Or at least as much of the city as is currently accessible. Okay, so here, yeah, we have a path up here. They are on persistent movement. Ah. The arrow token orders citizens to never abandon their destination station, even when the route remains blocked. And because of this, I can't go through the fuse. Okay, so I think what we want to do here, get them all piled up as much as we can. We just have to step on that to kill the roach, okay. And I guess then we hide in these nooks to get up here, and come down this way. Unless we can just get through here, I wonder. We'll try it, but I feel like we're not supposed to. Now there's going to be a little bit of, not randomness, because this game doesn't have randomness, but the way that there's sometimes a gap of 2, sometimes a gap of 1, depends on turn order, which is going to be messy. If I wait here, though, they have access to the station, so they can get around me. This is slightly more efficient. Gives me time to get up to here. I could also condense them again, if I had to. Looks like I don't have to, though. And if I condense them at a different spot in the line, I might be able to get a different spacing pattern, so I could give myself, you know, one extra tile to work with or something. If I do this. Okay, that's bad, yeah. Yeah, see, that one guy kind of got stuck. I feel like I'm not going to have nearly enough room to get through here. Close. So I might be able to force that, but I did open the door. Let's just go around. Alright, and I'll do the same thing. Come you guys up. I get there, not quite. Alright, well, it's a demonstration on citizens and persistent movement tokens, I suppose. I do like the city as a giant hub. It just adds a lot more character to this hold instead of just having a linear sequence of stairways going down and down. Which is what DROD did previously. Ah, arrow rotators, oh boy. Actually, I can't use those until the room is clear, and once the room's clear, I guess that's just a shortcut. So actually, these aren't even a puzzle element, they're just... Yeah, okay. So I need to step here to open that, step here to fill the roach. Presumably this needs to be open for us to get down here. If it didn't, there would probably be a scroll saying that there's a challenge for not doing that. And there is a persistent citizen token. I have to go up this way, okay. In that case, let's just trap you guys here. You all going in one sequence. Alright, and I got to here, so I get through. This is going to get a little bit convoluted with them getting in each other's ways here. Go down this way. Yeah, you guys got spread out too much. Let's block the blue guys. Good enough. Ah. Okay, we've gone through. I'm going around that way, though. Let's clump purple up. Okay, we don't need to do anything with blue, we're fine. Might as well use this spot. Though given how much space we had, maybe we don't even need it. Getting from here to here as opposed to from here to here doesn't actually look like it'd be that hard. Yeah, like I have so much time. Okay, so this was completely irrelevant. It wasn't a challenge because it was completely unnecessary. Wait, if I look down here, there's no arrow? Okay, let's get a better high score. There we go. Just making sure there's no room entrance arrow that would foil that. Okay, a lot more citizens, a lot more citizens. Yeah, this time I'm just gonna bump against them, because I will eventually make progress. Okay, let's not try going through that lump, let's go around. Do you want to go up first? Sure. Patronage. West side. Okay, we see the Slayers. This is the Patronage. And there's some sort of building over there. Okay. Some of the Empire's citizenry are quite similar to those found in above-ground civilizations. No matter what side of the 8th surface you live on, a guard is just a guy with a sword and an attitude. The repairman is overworked. If you encounter someone sitting behind a desk with a pile of paperwork on it, you know you're going to get annoyed. But, as Beethro is rapidly discovering, the Empire was composed of other types of citizens as well. If you spend enough time there, you're bound to run into some of these others as well.
Hello? I'd like to see the boss around here, whoever that is.
No.
Ossuary withdrawal. Forward septance.
Accepted.
Okay, let's just follow her through here. This is a level design. Oh, do you have a unique icon now? I don't think P1 did before.
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
Surround. 28-4. Why?
Why what?
Purpose.
Huh?
Why you here?
Oh, I want to know what people in this building are doing.
Patronage.
What?
We are patrons. Patrons of surfacers. You, surfacer, hmm?
Yeah, I'm from the surface.
Our job to help surfacers.
How?
Complicated. Excavate F-38D forthcomes. Collect Elevant's hub. I can speak simply, since I wasn't vat-born with the patron's tongue, but instead learned it. Still, there are more important things. I am busy, as we all are.
What?
Quiet, simple one, and listen. 28th said patrons are to help you. This is true. Help must be accepted before given. This is our difficulty. Can you be convinced? They're unimportant. Persuasion must be massive and immediate, our voice clear and far-reaching. I will spare for you a final word.
What is that?
Trust. Egress!
Alright, knowing is half the battle. So it's kind of interesting how the patrons have a different way of speaking, which makes it difficult for them to communicate with surfacers in a way that nobody else in the Empire seems to have any problems. And yet, they're also the ones that are the most interested in surfacers. This, with working together with surfacers. So this seems like some horrendous design decisions somewhere along the Empire Authority or VAT recipes or whoever's responsible for this sort of thing. Because you'd think that they would want the patrons to actually be good at speaking the surfacers' languages. Also interesting that P1 isn't Vatborn, or is Vatborn, and not... Wait, what did he say? I can speak simply since I wasn't Vatborn with the Patron's tongue. Okay, so... He probably is Vatborn because he's from the Empire, but he wasn't engineered to be a patron and somehow rose to the position of first patron anyway? That's interesting. Yeah, because that's what I take from this, is that P1 was not originally intended to be a patron. He instead learned it. Which, honestly, given the linguistic issues I was just talking about, probably is for the better, since the patrons are not very effective at their job otherwise. So it makes sense that somebody who wasn't designed to be a patron would be better at it. Alright, well that was something. Got an achievement. Oh, what's this? Oh, just another scroll saying the patronage. There were 2 of them. Alright, well that's that part of the city. Onward to go through this mess again. Now let's try this door. The DAA Headquarters.
I've joined up with the DAA. I gotta see if he's there.
The Dungeon Architects Association. It doesn't look like there's anybody else here because they're all generic citizens. They're not colorful, therefore they do not have anything important to say. We'll go with that. Okay, this is the DAA. Founded in the year 7523 AT, which would be a spoiler, I suppose, because we don't learn about that until the Second Sky. If you know, you know. Alright, DAA Headquarters. The Dungeon Architects Association was one of the few things shared among the different nations of the surface. Highly prestigious and very secretive, and most people believed that it was a loose, decentralized organization. A fraternity dedicated to sharing secrets among relatively independent architects throughout the 8th. Some, mostly those in positions of authority with the ability to order dungeons built, knew that the DAA was divided into chapters, each headed by a brunt chief, but they too figured that these chapters are largely independent of each other. Only very few above-grounders ever learnt the truth. One of those above-grounders was Bethro Budkin, who had found what most smiters and smite masters would give their right arm to see, the secret headquarters of the DAA, deep in rooted hold, where every aspect of its existence is measured and planned so that it may serve its true function, as the Empire's clandestine agency on the surface. It will probably come as no surprise to anyone who has been following Bethro's recent adventures that by now, he no longer found any of this surprising. Indeed, he was mostly hoping that someone in these headquarters had brought some snacks on their latest visit to the surface, and that they'd be willing to share. Yeah, so the DAA build dungeons for kings for the purpose of being able to spy on kings. Interesting. Hi, Half.
Half! It's really you! Half, it's Uncle Bethro. I've been looking for you for months.
Bethro, you shouldn't be here. There's so much work to do, and I can't be distracted.
Buddy, we gotta talk. What happened?
Things have changed. I've joined the Architects. I'm never going home.
What? Don't you want to see your mother?
This is more important.
You want to hang out with these guys? They're evil. They work for the Empire, which wants to kill the surfacers.
No, the Archivists want to kill the surfacers. The DAA works for the Patronage. The Patronage is trying to save the surfacers.
Look, Half. You can hear a lot of different things down here, and it's hard to make sense of it. That's why I need to get to Lowest Point and talk to who's in charge there.
You can't.
Why not?
You'll just have to trust me. Please, don't interfere.
I'm not leaving here until I understand everything.
Well, that'll be a while. Okay, so what I was saying about the patrons not being able to communicate with the surfacers, I guess if they're using the DAA as their emissary? Yeah, their emissaries, then that would solve that problem. And we don't have a sword, so we can't hit one of these orbs to open one of the doors. And Half probably isn't going to listen to us if we tell him to do it. Nope. Fancy meeting you down here. Alright, speak with Half, then leave the room. Well, I haven't left yet. But I guess, yeah, the achievement would have to proc at some point, otherwise it would be... No, whatever. No big deal. Achievement for meeting Half, essentially. It's one of our objectives done. So we know where Half is. Half is safe, relatively. Okay, we do have the ability to mess with these guys. Gate of Firstity. That sounds important.
Why do we always hang out around here?
I like looking at the Hall of Answers. I may only be 435th TAR technician now, but I know that if I work hard enough and keep a healthy diet, I'll live
diet's
long
very
enough
important.
to become first TAR technician, and then they'll let me in, and all my questions will be answered.
What sort of questions do you have?
I want to know where all my socks disappeared to.
Okay, well, that little bit of lore there tells us that if we climb the ranks from 256th Slayer all the way to 1st Slayer, then I guess we get to go through the Gate of Firstity. Which is definitely a real word.
Only the most senior in their profession may enter the gate of Firstity.
Okay. So, rank is important. I mean, we kind of already knew that. Maybe we could get P1 to answer questions for us, but I feel like he wouldn't be very forthcoming. Alright, what's over here? The hub. Which has a one-way path, and yeah, it's like a one-way path out. See, this was an important citizen. We talked to this one, because it has not friend. Okay, nothing we can do there, so I guess we can go this way. Through.
Whew, that's the last one.
What's all this?
There was an order placed of 10,000 mirrors. There's the final load just in today. The others have been placed in storage.
What? Let's see that requisition. Hey, Chuckhead! This doesn't say 10,000 mirrors, it says 100.00 mirrors. Does someone have to teach you to read order speak or something?
We're just born with it. I really hope there's no achievement for destroying every single mirror. We'll destroy this batch of 10 and then we'll call it good. I mean, he did just say they don't need them all. No? City Archives. That sounds like a place where we could visit the archivists, possibly get that pass for the Slayer convention. Ah yes, the weird diagonals.
Yeah, there's a secret chamber on this side of the city. Someone in the park on the northwest knows more about it.
Okay, well, we just triggered a flag. I believe this person only appears here if you've previously talked to this person. Yeah, see, this person's here now. Let's go talk to that individual and just get this nonsense done with. And then I guess we'll do the archives tomorrow, or when I next record. Okay, let's go in the corner. It's gonna help. Well, they all got through, which means I can block them up here, and eventually they'll let me through. Okay. That's not too bad.
Yeah, I know about the secret place. There's a hidden passage near the city archives.
Alright, hidden passage near the city archives. Back we go. Well, they already replaced the mirrors. They work fast. Ah. The dark side of town. Find the secret dark side of the city. You found the entrance to the secret bonus level. The master wall will drop after you've beaten the game and conquered all the secret rooms. Well, got a ways to go still before we can do that. But that's where it is. We've triggered all the requirements to unlock it. There's no checkpoint in this room. I think there'd be a checkpoint right outside the archives. That would be nice. Are there any checkpoints in this entire side of the level? Doesn't look like it. Okay, well, I mean, that's fine. So we'll call it there for today and do the archives next time. Let's just see if our friend has anything to say.
Well, what's the matter? How come you aren't playing more?
I want to. I just wanted to stop by your office for a moment.
That's real pleasant and all, but I'm not the main attraction here. You should be playing the game.
I will do that later. I will see you then.